Hey kiddos, Evelyn, can you say hi?
Hi.
We're back. This morning you saw me tell you the story of the Mayan mystery, and we were making some Mexican shredded pork, which is not ready yet, but if you follow me on Instagram, it's at Gumble Bethany. I will take a picture of it later and show you what it is. But I thought I'd come back and tell you what happened to the Mayans. I hope you gave it some thought today, and then we're gonna make some homemade salsa. Yeah. So Evelyn's going to be my assistant, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, before we talked about the Mayans, I'm going to show you the ingredients you need to make homemade salsa. And there's lots of different ways you can make this. You can make it spicy if that's what you like, or you can make it a little sweeter too. I just kind of make what I know my kids like. So you need some onion. If you don't like onion, you can really leave it out. I like red onion, but you don't have to use red onion. A lime, some salt, which I normally like a different salt, but I'm kind of out and I haven't been going to the store much. Some cumin, which is, gosh, how do you describe the smell of this?
Good.
Good. That's how you describe it. You describe it good. I like to use some honey too, just a little bit. You could always use sugar instead. This is actually honey from my brother's beehive. Some cilantro, which we love. Don't we love cilantro?
Yes, we like a salsa. The green.
Garlic. You don't have to use fresh garlic, but I have some. And then I use some fire roasted tomatoes. You could use regular tomatoes too that are in a can. You could also use fresh, although I think canned is better. So anyways, we are going to combine all this ingredients. Let me move our camera so you can see what we're doing.
Yeah.
Into a food processor.
Yes.
And it's gonna go, and then you're gonna have great salsa. So we're gonna start. Evelyn, can you do this for me?
Yes.
You're gonna start by pouring the tomatoes in. Evelyn, pour it in. Ooh, shush. Okay. Good job. And then we're gonna throw our onion in.
Yes.
Yep, there you go. We washed our hands before we did this. You just didn't see it. Okay, then put the cilantro in. I like a lot of cilantro, but it's totally up to you. Come on, sister, get it in there. Okay, so we talked about the Mayan people and what happened to them. So climate change was one. Food shortage, bugs in the food, and
Yeah, we
warfare.
don't like bugs. We don't like bugs.
No, I don't like bugs in my food. Do you like bugs in your food?
No.
No. Okay. So when you think about those things, we have evidence, because we have a theory. We have evidence to support all of those. Can you squeeze those in?
Yeah.
So we have evidence to support all of those theories. But realistically, it was probably all of those things that led to the Mayan decline. Climate change probably led. Yeah, just squeeze away, girl. Climate change probably led to food shortage because it could have caused a drought. It could have caused that the environment just overall changed, and the food that they were previously growing a ton of, maize, remember I put corn in my food earlier, wasn't able to grow.
Yeah, you did.
And the drought could have possibly led to warfare. Often when people feel stressed that they're not going to have enough food, you might get a bad attitude, and maybe that led to warfare. It probably also had something to do with the bugs that we know existed in their food. So that probably contributed to the food shortage. The idea that they possibly overpopulated, they had too many people in too small of an area, and then they couldn't support them anymore. So it probably was not one factor that led to the Mayan decline, but a lot of factors. Things that maybe they saw coming and didn't know how to change or prepare for, or things that they didn't realize were happening.
Yeah.
And by the time that they realized their food shortage, or they had an overpopulation, or all of that, it was too late. So war might have been the last thing that happened after climate change and overpopulation, and those things were already existing. But to be honest, we don't know, which is why you need to be a good learner, because maybe you will be the person to solve the Mayan mystery. Okay, let's continue with our salsa. So how'd you do there, Miss Evie?
Good.
Okay, good. Squeeze in our lime. You can use as much lime or as little as you want. You can really skip it. I think it's excellent, but sometimes you don't have it. So, okay. We got some lime in our salsa. I'm going to do one final squeeze. And then we're going to put some cumin in. Can you do a shaky shaky?
Yes.
Go. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, 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 shake. Okay, now I like to throw in a little bit of garlic, and look at garlic like lives in this. It's called a clover, but you can pull as much if you want. We're probably just gonna do one, but you gotta make sure you get off all this little skin. Ugh, it's all over my hands. So I'm gonna cut it. Hey, don't use a knife without your parents. But I will post recipes for these, and I'm kind of a cook that I just make stuff work, so it's not going to be exactly, it's just going to be kind of throw in a little bit of this and throw in a little of that, but I don't think you can mess this up. So we got to get all the skin off because we don't want to eat that part. And now my hands are going to really smell like garlic. Okay, so let's throw it in there, miss. And we got to do a little bit of salt. So just a tad. And then finally, let me get a spoon. Honey.
It's hard.
Yes.
Hard. That
Oh,
honey are sticky.
it is sticky.
And then and don't do out of parent.
Don't do it without a parent. Yeah, don't do this without a parent.
Yes, because you very need knife.
Yeah, because you do need a knife. Okay, we are good to go, I think, right? Did we do it all? You could add jalapenos if you like it spicy. So then I'm going to put the lid on. Okay, it's going to be really loud. Abby, press the button. Okay, good. Let's see what we got. Okay, folks, here is our salsa.
Wow.
Was it easy?
Yes.
Yes. So tune in later. We're going to post on Twitter
Yes.
when our dinner is ready. I
Yes.
hope you enjoyed the conclusion of the Mayan mystery. There are plenty of really cool shows you can watch about the Mayan. Expedition Unknown is really cool. It has several episodes about the Mayans, so I highly suggest it.
And there's a snow one where there's a snow guy, and he's trying, and they're fighting the snow person.
Oh.
And now
The Abominable Snowman. There might be an episode about that too. Jeff Gates, Expedition Unknown, lots of cool episodes about the Mayan, the Inca, the Aztec, lots of cool stuff. So anyways, I will post the link to make my salsa later, and I hope you tune in another day for our little cooking show / history show. Can you say bye to everyone?
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you all soon. Thanks.